let's get prepared together.
Hello everybody. This month's emergency prep video is on communications. During an emergency, regular forms of communication may not work. Having a simple family communication plan is essential to ensuring everyone's safety. Additionally, we will discuss information and links to an article about making sure kids do not become separated during an emergency. So let's go.
Let's discuss a family communication plan. Establish an emergency contact list. Include family members, friends, and neighbors who are likely to be outside the immediate affected area. Include essential contact information like names, phone numbers, and email addresses. Consider designating an out-of-town contact who can serve as a central point of communication. It's often easier to reach someone outside the affected area. Attached in the email is an emergency contact form in a few formats. It is a document that you can download and update, both to print now and to save for updates later. Choose multiple communication methods that can be used during emergencies. This may include text messaging, phone calls, social media, email, walkie-talkies, and ham radios. Ensure that all family members have access to and know how to use these communication methods. Share the plan. Discuss the communications plan with all family members. Ensure everyone understands their roles and responsibilities. Practice using different communication methods to ensure everybody is comfortable with them. Establish check-in times. Determine regular check-in times when family members will contact each other to confirm their safety. Agree on a system for reporting your location and condition during and after the emergency. Meeting locations. Identify several meeting locations both inside and outside your home and away from it. These should serve as gathering points if you need to evacuate or become separated. Choose one location near your home, one further away, and one outside your neighborhood. Emergency kit with communication tools. We discussed 72-hour emergency kits in last month's video, so there is some overlap here. Make sure your kit includes communication tools like battery-powered or hand-cranked radios, extra batteries, a charger for cell phones, and a copy of your emergency family communications form. And if needed, develop a plan for accommodating pets or individuals with special needs. Stay informed about local emergency alerts and warnings through official channels like local authorities, weather apps, or NOAA weather radio. Follow instructions from local emergency management agencies. Periodic review. Regularly review and update your emergency family communications plan, especially contact information and meeting locations. Practice your plan with drills and exercises. By having an emergency family communication plan in place, you can enhance your family's safety and peace of mind during emergencies, knowing that everyone is prepared and knows how to connect and coordinate even when regular methods of communication may not be available. So that is a basic family communication plan. Make sure to fill out the form included in the email. Next, we'll cover information specifically about making sure children don't become separated during an emergency. I've provided a link to an excellent article called 10 Ways to Prevent Missing Children During an Emergency, and I'll highlight some of the article next. I've included this discussion with communications because it's basically about communications. The article starts, "It's a parent's worst nightmare. Their child has gone missing." One of the most common times children are separated from their parents and go missing is during emergencies, such as natural disasters. According to the CDC, following Hurricanes Katrina and Rita in 2005, the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children's Hotline for those events recorded over 34,000 calls. In addition, it took 6 months to reunify 5,192 missing children and their families. While we can't predict when a natural disaster will occur, We can take preventative measures to ensure our children do not go missing during an emergency. 1. The most important thing you can do to keep your kids safe in an emergency is to make sure they know their contact information. This means helping your kids memorize their full names, their parents' full names, their address, and your cell phone number. If your child is too young to memorize all this information, write it out on a contact information card, laminate it, and place it inside your child's book bag, coat, etc. This is a great idea when you go to places like amusement parks. Give your kids a contact card and teach them how to use it if they get separated from the family. 2. Families also need to decide on a family meeting place if something happens while you are not together, such as grandma's house, a church in your neighborhood, or a playground. 3. Discuss rules for outings. Emergencies can happen at any time in any place. That's why it is important to establish some rules for outings when your kids are young. For example, teach the kids that if they can't see you, you can't see them. That means they are out of the safe zone. Explain the importance of looking both ways, obeying you in public, and staying alert. 4. Go over different what-if scenarios. As you teach them their contact information and go over the family meeting place, talk about possible situations when they may have to use these things. Stick to the basics to avoid scaring them. 5. Implement the buddy system. 6. Find out school emergency plans. 7. Explain when to stay and when to move. When kids go missing, their first instinct is to go looking for their parents. This is usually a mistake. Tell your kids to stay where they are, and you will come find them. If they're running around at the same time, it will make it harder for you to find them. Officers Drogan and Carter for Very Well Family suggest, if your child is in a safe place, then they should remain where they are, as their parents will likely retrace their steps. If they're in a position of danger, they should relocate to a position of safety and, if possible, consult an adult. Point out that dangerous places mean things like deep water, busy roads, or off a marked trail. This is more for a family outing when someone is separated, and meeting at your meeting place is more for when the family is at separate locations, like when you're at school or work when an emergency happens. 8. Point out whom to ask for help. 9. Divide and conquer when looking. 10. Provide a tool for communication. Among other things, this section stated, for those who don't feel comfortable giving a young child a cell phone, consider a kid's smartwatch that has GPS tracking so you'll be able to locate your child. These watches are for ages 5 to 12 or so. They have interfaces that are easy for the kids to navigate and long-lasting batteries. And that's pretty cool. I didn't even know they had these for kids. So click on and read the article in detail, and thanks for watching.
So we discussed both a basic family communication plan as well as information about keeping kids from becoming separated during an emergency. Download the plan, fill it out, and perhaps cut out a little section of the phone numbers that your children will need. That's it. Thanks for watching. Good luck, and stay prepared.